punks and retro nerds out there. Welcome to Tommy the Hammer's Top 5 Horror Recommendations for the month of October. Now, for those of you that have never perused my channel before, this is something that I do annually here on Neon Trash. I love horror movies. I love the month of October. There's just something cool about Halloween, all the costumes and candy and spooky movies. Speaking of which, boy oh boy, do I ever have 5 awesome selections for y'all motherfuckers to check out this month. Now, here's my disclaimer. In no way, shape, or form are these 5 horror movies my favorites of all time. You know, to be honest, guys, these are just 5 movies that I want to lob at y'all and see if you guys enjoy them. So, without further ado, here is my pick for number 5.
Candyman?
Look in the mirror and say it once.
Candyman.
For fun.
You don't believe all that nonsense anyway, do you?
Say it again.
Candyman.
For a scare.
A woman died in there. Leave it.
Say it 5 times.
No one ever got this far.
You're dead.
Candyman.
Try it. We dare you. Candyman. Rated R. Starts Friday, October 16th at a theater near you.
So I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys already know that there's going to be a Candyman remake coming out pretty soon. But I gotta be honest with you guys, I'm not too crazy about remakes in general. There's just something about them that feels kind of calculated and processed. The original Candyman is a spectacular horror movie, and it embodies everything that I love about early 90s horror. It really still feels like the 1980s. Actor Tony Todd taking the lead villain, and he was spectacular as the Candyman. Absolutely frightening, and you know, he's just one of the best, you know, B-movie actors out there. So I gotta say, Candyman definitely earns its spot at number 5.
Welcome to the After Dark Club.
Gentlemen, I give you Katrina.
Where the star attraction is a 2,000-year-old vampire. Grace Jones, Vamp, a frightening comedy.
Look, no thanks.
Rated R.
So I gotta say, guys, one of my favorite horror movies from the 1980s is the film Vamp. There's just something about it that, you know, I find to be very likable. It's like a mix between a 1980s frat comedy meets a horror film. And, you know, there's definitely some elements to this movie that, you know, feel very similar to the movie From Dusk Till Dawn. I mean, you've got these main characters, they're going to a strip club, and lo and behold, it's run by vampires. Everything about this movie is the things that I love about the 1980s. A lot of neon colors, a lot of fog, a lot of hairspray, and you know, the makeup in this movie is spectacular. It's right up there with Fright Night, in my opinion. You guys knew I had to cast some international love on this top 5. Machine Girl definitely earns spot number 3. This movie is just ballistic, and I gotta say, it's the perfect party movie. So if you're looking for something to chuck on during your Halloween party, definitely think about Machine Girl. It's got everything. You've got violence, you've got martial arts, you've got gore and insane prosthetics. The movie is just bonkers. It's kind of like Troma meets Quentin Tarantino. And, you know, I love all those things. I love, you know, weird costumes. I love Asian movies. So it definitely earns its place at number 3 on this list.
We could leave Terminus tomorrow. We could. Go down to the station, we'll get on a train, and we'll get in our own private compartment. We'll go to the country and start a life. And you don't look back. It's beautiful. It's possible.
I have to go.
I turned the TV on, and there it was.
It's happening everywhere. All of Terminus.
That TV got in your brain and has distorted your perception.
What's the matter with you? Why are you looking at me like that? Stop it.
People going crazy in their head all over.
You have crazy! 1 out of 2 people just started killing each other. They just decided to kill people.
A broadcast on that scale could cause mass psychosis. The girl in the car wreck outside, did you see her? Did you see where she went?
She was going to find you. She might have received this cancerous signal. She might have transmitted it on television. Everybody's a suspect right now. Everyone.
It's a lie. A trick.
And no one can leave Terminus.
So when it comes down to the concept and genre of zombies, I know a lot of people are rather bored of them these days, mainly because, you know, pretty much everywhere you go you see a zombie flick, but The Signal is definitely different. It feels like Stephen King. Each segment is directed by, you know, a different filmmaker, so each part of this movie feels completely different than the prior. Now these shifts in tone might turn off some individuals, but I gotta be honest, I feel like it really makes the movie feel fresh. It keeps the pace going at lightning, you know, quick speed, and I like the actors in it. The music is also top notch. It's got that kind of fuzzy, you know, moody indie rock vibe about it, so I really dig The Signal.
Paramount Pictures presents
Hey, let's make love.
Mia Farrow, co-starring John Cassavetes.
Let's have a baby. Oh, Ro, honey, for God's sakes, don't cry, all right?
I won't.
Wonderful, were you? Young and healthy, I'd have lots of children.
Madame and Monsieur shall have the dessert after all. Mousse au chocolat, or as many calls it, chocolate mouse.
It's delicious. Has an undertaste. A chalky undertaste.
Hey.
Nice.
Sleep is what you need. Good night's sleep.
You better go down below, miss.
This is no dream. This is really happening.
Written for the screen and directed by Roman Polanski, from the best-selling novel by Ira Levin. Ruth Gordon, Sidney Blackmer, Morris Evans, and Ralph Bellamy. In a William Castle production. Rosemary's Baby.
And of course, number one is the classic Rosemary's Baby. You guys know that I usually reserve the number one spot on my list for something that's, notorious and prolific. Rosemary's Baby is that film. I love this movie. I love the mood, I love the actors, I love the way it's filmed, I love the music. It's just classic horror, and it really stands the test of time. Everything about this movie just gives me the willies, and if you're looking for something that's definitely on the more serious side and doesn't really kind of compromise itself with like a lot of flashy CGI or like kind of vapid characters, definitely check out Rosemary's Baby. It has earned its spot as number one on this list. It's a fucking classic. Peep that shit, y'all. Well, I hope I've been informative to you motherfuckers. Get spooky with it. Wow.